Well, good afternoon and welcome back, National Soccer League fans, to another one of our Saturday Showdown series here. As we've got the Wyvern Riders hosting the Brooklyn Boomers in a battle of the Northeast Corridor here. And what an atmosphere here at Ivy Lane, the second oldest stadium in the entire league. And the Wyvern Riders, duly noted as the second oldest club in league history, are on top of the table as it stands. It's a narrow margin of a 12-point lead, but as it stands, they are alone at the top, ahead of the Manticores and Conductors by a single point. And with the Conductors losing earlier this week, their chance of remaining atop the table stands to grow stronger, and a win today, especially one in regular time against the Boomers, keeps them firmly alone at the top at the end of this week. Here is their starting 11. No changes for this side, and it has continued to impress in recent weeks. Only 7 goals conceded through their first 5 matches here, and 12 goals scored, so nearly perfectly balanced in that regard, and seen vast improvements from players who had been falling off the radar in their old age. Rivers, Ryo, and Oglethorpe have all rejuvenated their careers, it seems, early in this season, but a long season left to go, and the Brooklyn Boomers know that, and they have been improved as well, although they are in a losing record in the bottom 6th of the table at 19th place, 3 losses, 2 wins. Their starting 11 remains unchanged. Marcus Gross is itching to get back out there, he says, after scoring his first 2 National Soccer League goals 2 weeks prior. Him and the Boomers were held to a loss at home against the Revenants, so on the road they go, and they've got to figure out a way to stop Yannick Ajoie from finding the back of the net, who has done so. There he is on your screen against every team he has played against this season, the only player to score in all 5 matches this season so far. Can he make it 6 from 6? And can the rookie try to emulate some of his early career success? Should have a fun battle on our hands today here. The Wyvern Riders can go to the top of the table and stay there with a win. The Boomers seek to gain all the way up to 12th place with a win here. And they kick us off inside Ivy Lane. Lino brought down and given away to Ajoie. Horton thankfully was there to cut out the danger, but given away by Friedrichs. A couple of sloppy passes from the Boomers early on here. They've got to wake up. Kuzeram. Well, if the Wyvern Riders were to fail to win here or win in extra time or later, they would leave the door open for the Manticores to regain their spot atop the table, which they held up till recently. But here goes Wyvern and Oglethorpe, or rather Jerry Aderia, pardon me, out across his line to cut that out. Sends it very, very far, and Kabamarov just kind of peeling off the back there, didn't get it. Here's Rion. Wyvern Riders looking sharp with their passing. Ajoie is indeed your player to watch. Believe it or not, he's scored 6 goals in his opening 5 games, including a goal against every team, but he is not the top scorer. Dante Pop-Doof still hasn't beaten that regard with 8 goals in his opening 5 matches. Of course, he was also the other players to have scored in every game, but last season he was shut out. Able to find the back of the net, leaving Ajoie as the only one left in that category, as Okonkwo didn't really get there convincingly, and El Rayo's in here! Horton away with Ur lurking in the middle. Boomers on the ropes, early stages here. Revo. El Rayo trying to turn for space. Turin able to turn it away. Okonkwo now going forward. Austin Trader, who has continued to not live up to expectations in his 3rd season. The younger brother of Weston Foster Trader for the Charioteers, who's up to a hot start this season. 5 goals in 5 matches. And National Soccer League legacy has a uncle who's coaching the Charioteers, and his father is the former commissioner and league executive Millard Foster Trader. So he's from royalty in National Soccer League, but has yet to really make an impression as a player. He's a player who has impressed. Yannick Ajoie continues to dominate the scoring numbers at his age, the fastest player to 50 goals in National Soccer League history. He continues to accelerate up the scoring charts with each passing game. Here is the aforementioned Foster Trader trying to get a chance now for the Boomers. Off of Rion, it's out for a corner. First of the match for either team. The Boomers with a rare foray forward. Friedrichs to take it. One of the Boomers' traveling supporters. Friedrichs whips in towards Foster Trader. Suleiman Or. Strange one, it's up the arm, is it? Yes! It's gonna be a penalty! Suleiman Or, the guilty party. Let's see it here. It's a double bicycle kick clearance attempt. I'm not sure what the call is. It looked like maybe an arm as Giancarlo Rocca puts the ball down. haven't had many chances. In fact, they have yet to get a shot on target, but Roca can take the lead here from 12 yards. Makes the save! A team effort from Roca, and bundled behind by Oglethorpe, who continues to impress. He tried to get in the eyes. Oglethorpe didn't buy it. And what a stop from the keeper, who's been reborn. In the fire of dragons this season, reborn among the ashes. Oglethorpe continues to impress. And this season, the chants grow louder now. His second penalty stop of the season. Roca now swings in and away by Jimenez. A big turning point in the match, potentially. Arroyo back into danger. Interesting choice there. Jaldinho wins the knockdown, and Horton wasn't paying attention and couldn't get it. Now the Banshees, or the Boomers, can be caught out on the break. Koenig forward to Yannick Ajoie. Arroyo's to the middle. Get back inside instead. Arroyo, lovely for Rebo, looking for his first of the season. Big hand from Diria. Diria enough to keep it out of harm's way. Nervy moment in the back, but dealt with calmly enough as Roca onto the end of this ball, picked it off of Osborne's foot. Gross and Kamama, the only two in the middle. Roca, lovely bit of skill. And then a touch. What was he thinking? Jimenez now carries away. It was a great opportunity, and Roca has had two horrific touches. That one in the penalty shot. As Marcus Gross is coming all the way back to try and defend Jimenez in his own half. Or Turin, Ajoie might break for him. Tesseric doing what he does best. Roca, nice ball. Jandinha, that's better from the Boomers. Bomarov. That's just so poor from him. Such an easy interception. Telegraphed the pass and unconvincing. Ajoie, Soleimanur. Inside he goes to Ajoie. Trying to turn for a shot. Can't allow him space in this area. Oh, surely the opening goal. There it is! Soleimanur strikes again for the home side, and the Wyvern Riders are looking to take another win here. Whoa, up close and personal. Someone get in a mitt, because that was a filthy finish there. Look at this pass from Arroyo. Cheeky little poke through. And once Soleimanur gets it there, it's one touch away from Tesseric, and then there's no coming back. Just power and pace. Roof of the net and rifled home. And the Wyvern Riders take the lead, and you have to say it's no surprise here. Heavy favorites in this match, and they're on top early here. Soleimanur with the first goal of the game. Roca out wide, whose penalty was saved. Could have given the Boomers an early lead. Instead, they trail now. Here's Friedrichs. From Bomarov to Gross. Osborne was all over it. Can Rowe prevent the corner? Yes, he can. Excellent effort from the winger, tracking all the way back, and the fans loved what they saw there. There's Osborne. Jimenez. Soleimanur. Easily away, Ajoie, nice run with pace and power. Out wide to the goal scorer, or again. Trying to work on Tesseric, and he skips away from him easily. Soleimanur into the area. Ajoie, fancy feet, chops it back for Jimenez. The 1-2 connects, Rival, Ajoie. Someone's got to let a shot go, but they fail to get it off. Bomarov strong in the challenge and forward to Marcus Gross, who's been held in check today so far. Friedrichs back to Jandinho, nice ball. Gross, good touch. Now working out wide for Robert Tesseric, who's trying to get forward here on Osborne. Into the path of Marcus Gross, nice ball. Come on, against his own club. Wonderfully worked team move, and a great stop from Oglethorpe again, who's in the form of his life at the moment. What's leathered in there by Komarov, laces through it. And a great reflex stop from Oglethorpe to keep it out. Boomers with their best chance of the game so far. Now they've got a corner. Turin is in there, so too Komarov and Gross. It goes deep toward the back post. Fossen Trader's header got away from him. We'll stay with the Boomers. With Fossen Trader, chased it down, and that's poor. Gave it away easily again. Morton got it back though. Friedrichs on the turn. Bundled over by Ruan. Referee says cleanly, and the fans love that challenge. Quick tempo to the passing for the Wyvern Riders. Here's Soleimanur. Osborne. Rival. Behind to El Rayo, who's picked up some nice space again here. Rival. El Rayo, surely. The chance. What a tackle from Turin to keep it out. It's a corner. Just hesitates a little, trying to line it up perfectly, and gives Turin half a chance to get a long leg out. Oh, what a stop that is. Cleanly tackled. The Titan of Turin. How important could that challenge be as this game goes on? El Rayo to take this side, a goal to the good in the final 10 minutes of the first half action. As it stands, they are 4 points clear atop the table with the teams, of course, yet to play. Ball swung in towards Anjois. Horton did well to mark it. Jimenez. I think about a shot from here. Rivers. Anjois. Mr. Inevitable does it again. Yannick Anjois has found the back of the net for the 7th time this season. He continues his streak. 6 games in a row he has scored against every team he has played. Suleiman with the opening goal grabs the assist here, and Anjois, one touch is all he needs. Bang! Wraps it. No look. Doesn't even see the goal. Just knows. That clinical striker's instinct. That's a brilliant strike again, and no chance. And the Boomers now are in real trouble. Letting this one get away from them once again. Goal number 61 in all competitions for Yannick Anjois, already the 14th best scorer in the National Soccer League. And just the young age of 21 years old, we think there's a lot more where that came from, as Gross dispossessed there. And the Wyvern Riders keep pushing and make it 3 before the half. They've been the better team by some distance, and looking like the best team in the league as it stands. And that's what the table will confirm. Gross. Another giveaway from him. It's not been a good game for him so far. The attack falls apart. Here's Anjois. Reball going from range. Derriere called into action and forces a corner. Think back to that penalty from Roca that was tame and saved by Oglethorpe. How the complexion of this game could have been changed entirely. That would be had that found the back of the net. With Jimenez offering a short option, rather Osborne. Space for Osborne to check inside, no one closing him down. It's Anjois, can't let him turn here. Chad Rivers! Anjois! Someone's got to let the shot go, it's Anjois! Good save from Derriere. A great chance for Yannick Anjois to become joint top scorer on the season. Denied by the dexterous Derriere here. Short to Osborne again on the corner. Trying to get away from Gross, who bowled him over. Excellent play from Gross on that occasion. Now here he goes. Finds Roca. Back inside to Friedrichs. Nice movement here and back to Gross. This is better from the Boomers. Until that pass from Gross. I'm not sure what he saw there because that was a listless giveaway there, and that should do it for our first half. Finding this last chance for the Wyvern Riders, which they might get as Orr goes on behind the line here. Suleiman Orr. Off by Horton. The referee's letting this attack play out and letting the corner proceed. Home field advantage really taking effect here. The Riders going to get one last chance here to make it 3-0 at the break in front of the home crowd. Osborne again checking short, and again he has it. Edge of the area, Raul Osborne. Friedrichs that time got it away. And there is the whistle. As soon as the Boomers get the ball, the referee has blown it, much to the ire of the visiting fans and players alike. But the Wyvern Riders won't care at all. They're up 2-0 and in control of their own destiny at the moment, as they are comfortably atop the table at the break. We'll have to see if the Boomers can find a rallying effort in the second 45 after a short break on the National Soccer League Network. Well, welcome back, National Soccer League fans. It is a 2-0 lead for the home side at the break, and we've had a substitution as Marcus Gross has been withdrawn. A poor showing from him, showing he's still got a lot of ironing out to do in his maiden season here. And Mingo Morrison has come on to try and shake things up. The veteran striker has been called into action early here. Here goes Tesserick, skips away. Was heavily pursued by the Wyvern Riders this off-season, Robert Tesserick, but he chose to stay put in the final year of his contract. Nice run from him. Morrison, that's terrible. That is just awful from him. Off the bench, and he looks like he never warmed up because he just stood there when he got the pass in a really promising position. What a waste for the Boomers. They have been wasteful today. Wyvern Riders anything but. They've been clinical. And they're looking in the mood again to get forward with El Rayo. Joie. Wide to Solimanur. Those three have been really excellent today, combining all over the pitch. Jimenez inside to Ajoie. Tries to let the shot go and does get away from Turin. He closes in the angle and forces the corner. Here in the way again. So we have a substitution coming in now. Might be for the home side. It is indeed Raul Osborne making way for Declan Shaw. Change we're seeing more and more often to this team. And the rookie selection, number 10 overall, is onto the field again. To try and work his way into the first team at the right back position. Alright, to take now into the area, and everyone ducking, listening to the calls of Diria Dirier. He's able to collect it home. Of course, he's trying to hold it up there and complete clattering and lost it. Jimenez to Ajoie, did well to get there ahead of his man. Still Jimenez. Ajoie, which Solimanur on the back post. And he cut it back for Ajoie, who's in again here, and guess what? He scores again. Never in doubt, Yannick Ajoie at the double. Goes top of the league with his 8th goal of the season in just his 6th game. He's level with Nematode Meeser on the scoring charts, who's played twice as many games as him. Goal number 62 of his career. And he continues his incredible form. And that should put it beyond any reasonable doubt. Yannick Ajoie at the double again. And dismay for the Boomers as they've been defeated here by that one man. We mentioned it in the pregame. They had to find a way to stop him, and they have not. If you give him those kind of chances in and around the 18-yard box, there's only one result. 3-0 to the home side here. The Boomers are on the ropes again. Ajoie recently passed the former Wyvern Rider on the ball there, Viktor Kombamarov, in the goal-scoring charts. He's been at 60 for quite some time. Turn it over again there. There's Declan Shaw. We can see more of what he can do, and here he goes. Back to Jimenez, forward to Rival. Wyvern Riders really looking like the complete package at the moment. Confident in quality all over the pitch. All 3 phases. Here's Kombamarov. That's better, forward to Friedrichs. Chance for Morrison, and a really, really poor pass again from the Boomers moving forward. They just don't have that same offensive synergy that they appeared to be finding in recent weeks. Today, it's all gone out the window. Koenig. Ajoie on the hat-trick again here, and El Rayo's played him in again. Out wide to Solimanur, blocked by Tesseret. Forward for Jandinho, and up to Roca. Short, long drill to Tesseret. Friedrichs inside. Kombamarov trying to make the run with Morrison in pursuit. And Chad Rivers again, excellent defending. Again, just not the right choice from Friedrichs with the pass. Wins the header nicely there. Kombamarov trying to weasel his way through. Kombamarov has a bomb! And straight into the face of Oglethorpe. A simple save in the end, didn't have to move. That about sums it up for the Boomers' offensive performance today. Unfortunately, the defending has been equally poor. That's why they trail 3-0. That's better, though. Here goes Okonkwo. Nomdi Okonkwo. Trick pass to Foster Trader. Kombamarov in there, and Guzelam away again. They're looking to keep another clean sheet, the Wyvern Riders are. They have done twice this season already. Oglethorpe would go top of the clean sheet charts. He could keep one here, and he would be 2 for 2 with his teammate Ajoie in terms of top of charts with top scorer and top clean sheets. What am I saying? Rival. Ajoie. The Riders are not giving it up here. They want more goals. Kombamarov able to work away from the challenge. Here he goes again. Another really poor final third decision, kicking it right at the defenders once again. Taking the leap out of the charioteer's book there, if I do say so myself. El Rayo. Just back by Okonkwo again, but couldn't keep it. Juan Tesseric was across to it just in time. Yep. Okay. Go ahead, meet. Jimenez turning through the traffic and time dwindling down. 3-0 on the scoreline. Both teams seem to be growing a bit more complacent with the scoreline on the day, knowing there's not really anything they can do to change the outcome. 3 more points for the Wyvern Riders. Nice ball. Here's Okonkwo. Nnamdi Okonkwo! What a finish! Well, of all the scorers, he is maybe the least likely. Nnamdi Okonkwo with a marauding run forward prevents the clean sheet and gives the Boomers a faint ray of hope here. Nice ball from Morrison, and then Okonkwo, almost like he didn't know what to do with himself. He wanted to pass it, but nobody was open, so he says, why not have a go myself? Peppers one at Oglethorpe, who can't get to this from that close range, and buries it. Clinical as you like from stand-in right back. First goal of the season for Nnamdi Okonkwo. We've got maybe a little bit of a game here, 3-1. And Kilbovics comes on to shore things up defensively, withdrawing an attacker for a defensive midfielder. A little bit of a wrap across the knuckles, but the Wyvern Riders still in, no doubt, at this game. Only 10 minutes and some change to go, and they are still 2 goals to the good, and they will be 4 points clear. The Manticores can try to cut into that gap in the next game up against the Pink Nightmare, who have been woeful in recent weeks. Boomers still in with a very proverbial shout at the moment. Here goes Tessert. They need to score again quickly. That's not a bad ball for Morrison across the face of goal and just out of the reach of Kombamarov through the gaping arms of Oglethorpe. That was the chance they needed to put that one away. Rayo. Joie, they're hungry for more going forward. Koenig. Switches the point of attack to Jimenez. To Koenig. Rayo. To Kilbovics, who's got a lot of space on this ball. Jimenez. Ajoie. Rival, surely, and there is Rival to seal it. First goal of the season for the struggling Rival. And he puts the game to bed. Kills off any hope of a comeback. It's 4-1 here to the home side. The Wyvern Riders are going to the very top. Well, he's been the player they've struggled to get going, and Ajoie picks him out. Selfless play, and just passes it. No pace, just precision. Look at this, just side foots it. And he just trickles into the far corner. No chance for Derrier. He's wide open with a free look at goal there. And look what it means to him and his team. And they have been impressive, this Wyvern Riders side, continuing to roll on. 5 straight wins after an opening day loss. How good have they been? Boomers with another loss in the books, back to the drawing boards as they continue to tumble. After a decent start to the season, they've had 2 straight losses, and that's not going to help. Think about that penalty miss from Roca. And the scores were at 0-0. How important that was. And maybe it just galvanized the Wyvern Riders team. It was a dodgy call at best. And it really fired up this home crowd when Oglethorpe was able to save it. And not long after the scoring began, the floodgates have stayed open ever since. 4-1. And we're into the 88th minute of play here. And they're looking for more. Rival going forward still. Jimenez. He's been struggling this season as well and gave it away. Nice dummy there. Friedrichs is in behind. George Friedrichs has one man to beat. Goes for goal off the ball. What a strange choice there. He could have walked into the goal but shot from 20 yards instead. Something we see, a strange phenomenon in this league. 3 minutes of added time. Wouldn't have changed the outcome at this late stage, but it would have been nice to get another goal back, you know. And I was just passing it around here. Everyone's getting a touch. Declan Shaw. Tessert gets a corner. Final minute of time here. Four more games coming up for you, including your match of the week to look forward to. It's up next, the Kodiaks and the Pioneers. 2 games from now, kicking off at 5 p.m. Manticores and Pink Nightmare will be up right after this one. As we are into the final stages here, Derrier catches, and there is the last blast from the referee. 4-1 victory for the Wyvern Riders, who will stay atop the table for the 2nd straight week after usurping and supplanting the Manticores last week. They win again here to make it 5 in a row. And Yannick Ajoie, your man of the match, with another 2 goals to take his season tally to 8 already in the first 6 games. And he has scored in every game he has played and continuing to ascend the scoring charts, chasing records. Yannick Ajoie, take a bow, son. We'll leave you here with the match stats and highlights and back in a short break to bring you our next games up on the National Soccer League Network. Bye-bye for now.